The following podcast is a Lady K Enterprises production.
Lady K.
Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to Lady K Chat, a podcast that is designed for all women to become better versions of themselves, which is broadcast every Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Various subjects will be speaked upon, such as relationships, personal development, health and wellness, wealth building, children, and so much more. She is a two-time Amazon best-selling author, an international speaker, and life coach. She is Kalima, aka Lady K. And now for your host, Lady K.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in into this new episode that I'm so excited about tonight. And it's called The Scent of Familiar. And you're like, ooh, Lady K, what's that about? Let me get straight into it. Listen, this is for you ladies, right? When you're out there dating and you keep attracting the same type of man and you sick of it. First of all, what I want to say to you is sometimes we figure out like, why is this happening to me? And I'm tired of this happening to me. But when you can recognize for what it is, that's a good thing. Because it shows that you're paying attention. So if you keep getting that smooth talker over and over, then you start to ask yourself, okay, why keep getting these smooth talker over and over? Let me change something about myself. And that's what it's all about, ladies. It's about you identifying, you recognizing, then you're doing something about it. Because if you don't recognize that there's a pattern, then there's something wrong. And again, that's something that starts within self, because we have to evaluate and we have to reflect. And it can be something small as simple. And sometimes, we mean very well and you might come off a certain way. So certain people are gravitating to that. And then even sometimes too, you can be an empath. And when you are an empath, you are very sensitive and people pick up your energy, but sometimes they can be reading it wrong. So it doesn't necessarily have to be a wrong thing. It's just that when you see that, when you have that encounter of the scent of familiar, then you want to change some things or how you're going about certain things, because you no longer want that in your life, because you're looking for elevation and you're looking for something serious and you want someone that's on your level. Well, in order for someone to have on your level, you got to act like it. Yes, speak it into your life. That is great, because, affirmations are all wonderful. You speak first and then you got to apply it. So then that means we have to stop accepting mediocre, because guess what, ladies? We are not mediocre. We are the bomb. We're surpassed that. And guess what? The scent of familiar, that's also when you're doing the same thing over and over. Maybe you gotta go to a different type of man. You can say, oh, that's not my type. Maybe your type is holding you back. Now, granted, let me tell you something. There is high possibility that when you ask God, hey, this is what I want and I'm looking for in a man, He can give you those things. He's going to 90%, He's going to give you what you need. And the other 20%, He's going to give you what you want. Yes, that's how He operates, because He knows you better than yourself. You can be like, oh, I want that dude that's 6 feet or 6'3" and la da da da. But the guy that's 6 feet or 5'11", you dismissed him only because he's a couple inches shorter. Ladies, come on now, stop. I'm gonna need us to stop doing that, okay? And I want us to look at the quality and not the quantity. Because sometimes, yes, absolutely, we want a man that is a provider. Why shouldn't you? Your daddy provides, so you should want your husband to provide. I get that. But there's a difference between, wanting him to supply and wanting him to be a provider versus then you just being like, all right, cool, lazy. Because you don't want to put in the work and you don't want to put in the effort. Listen, I understand that you've been through a lot and you just want to bring it down a little bit. Listen, if you do have a man in your life that's capable of giving that to you, then that is absolutely wonderful. But then don't get mad when you keep choosing the guy with the Beamer and he has no respect for you, and the guy driving a Honda this love your smile. That's the stuff that I'm talking about that we bypass. So that's why you have to get used to the sense of familiar. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back after this message.
Lady K Enterprises are now licensed in the state of Pennsylvania and New York to help you with your insurance needs from auto, homeowner, life insurance, and home security. For additional information, please text the word insurance to 844-446-5374. Again, for additional information, please text the word insurance to 844-446-5374.
Do something different. Hey, this is a possibility. Maybe you need to date outside your race. Sometimes we confine ourselves because, you have a preference. And again, there's nothing wrong with your preference. And then you also got to determine which preference I'm not alternate and which one I'm willing. I understand that as well. But sometimes, ladies, we just have to be realistic. And sometimes it can be that one thing that's holding us back because of how we perceive things. Look at it a little bit different. Accept that guy's invitation that he's been asking you out for 5 months, but because, he ain't your type, you don't want to. Now, I'm not talking about physical because you do want to be somewhat physically attracted to that partner. But what I'm saying is to you, you be like, oh, you know what? He's, got a gap. No. Ladies, yes, we can be that petty. Oh, his toe is all jacked up. I like guys with pretty feet. Listen, we all want a guy with pretty feet. But guess what? There are some things that can be fixable along the way. As long as he's open-minded into what you're saying and vice versa, because it takes a mutual understanding. It just can't be one-sided. So again, ladies, I want you to think about one thing, right? Think about one thing that you are willing to say, hey, you know what? That thing is not that important. Let me switch it up. Let me do something different in that area. And possibility I might get a different result, because that's what it's all about. It's about you getting that result that you want, you able to attract that partner that you want, and you just living your best life, and then you have someone to share with, because at some given time, we all want that. Now how you want it, that's totally up to you. You want marriage? You want, a long-term boyfriend? You want to live together? You don't want to live together? That's totally up to you. That is your preference. I cannot shove that down your throat. Now, I can tell you mine. I'm not looking for, hey, we just hanging out this cool. No. What do you come with? What do you want? State your truth. And that's another thing, ladies, too. We have to be able to discern if that person is telling the truth or if he's telling us the things that he think we might want to hear. Get your discernment game up, because there's a lot of them out there. They just running game. They don't even mean it. They just saying whatever. But watch your actions. Just watch. So powerful. I'm gonna tell you something. We as women, we are so powerful creatures. We set the tone, and when we set the tone, the men adhere by it, ladies. That's the secret. Remember how they said that the men are the head, but guess what? We are the neck. We determine how they can move their neck. Now, I don't want to say control feet, but I also want to say, yes, I want you to gain control of yourself, because you can never fully gain control of somebody else. That is up to them. They have to make that decision. They have to make that sole commitment to you. And that's another thing too, ladies. We have to stop trying to do that and stop trying to manipulate. Oh, what is he doing? Listen, if there is a trust issue, I'm not going to say, that's with him. That's honestly with you. You got to do some deep soul searching and see why you are the way you are. And if you let go those baggage, and the weight will be so much easier lifted off of you. I also understand too that sometimes in some cultures, they do certain things. But again, we are in America, right? I hope you're listening here. If you're outside the country, then that's wonderful. But I know here we have more rights and we have more freedom of speech versus in other countries. They just, they're very witty about a woman coming out talking about herself. But if you can't, I love it. So be it. Be free and be yourself. And that's how I'm going to end tonight. So I just want to thank you for tuning in. Continue to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Lady K Chat and on my website at www.ladyk, and K is spelled K-A-Y, enterprises.com. Thank you.
Lady K.